right. It's wonderful, wonderful to have everybody here for this event where I'm going to talk about how you can increase the energy in your body by basically changing instructions that you're giving to the body. And this is so important. There's lots of ways to instruct our body what to turn on and what to turn off. And I'm going to talk about some big overarching ideas that you may already know, and also some very specific things, specifically a technology that when I was sick, it helped me get so much better. And now I find it helps my clients feel so much better. It can reduce pain, increase energy. It can just make a huge difference in how our whole day rolls. So with the new medicine, this is what, as a functional medicine doctor, I talk about. Our thoughts, actions, exposures can all change which genes are being expressed. We didn't used to think that this was possible. We kind of thought your genes, you got your genes, and that's all you got. And you really couldn't change what genes got expressed. Now we know it's not true. And we know that a lot of the things that you hear about in lifestyle medicine and that hopefully your family doctor is telling you, these can change gene expression too. There's beautiful research coming out of folks who are doing these like meditation retreats showing that at the end of a meditation retreat, what genes are expressed have changed. Certainly, exercise will change what genes are expressed, sleep will, and we know food is medicine. Food will do this too. So as I'm trying to help people learn to get feeling as good as possible, I'm teaching about these things. And then I also want to give them shortcuts, right? So could we heal ourselves faster? That's the big question. You know, as we get older, we have fewer and fewer stem cells to work with. So we have less regenerative capacity. And it's important that if we can turn on certain genes, such as changing peptide expression in the body, sometimes that we are able to actually increase the number of stem cells in the body to allow us to heal. And we know that fasting will increase stem cells. Usually you have to do this for several days to really get that better. We can increase stem cells with exercise, hyperbaric oxygen. Sleep can change our body's ability to produce stem cells because we have the raw ingredients. And light. So lastly, so what we understand now is that light can actually change what peptides are being made and what genes are being expressed in the body. That's powerful, right? It's one thing to talk about going out and running a long way, and it's another thing to talk about shining a light on something. So that's pretty neat. We now are understanding that there are specific mechanisms that tell us how light works in the cell, and we're continually illuminating, pun intended, illuminating the mechanism of what happens when we use light in order to change things at the cellular level. And there are lots and lots of studies that we're seeing coming out of major universities describing how this can help people. And so if we can combine lifestyle medicine with new research, we make a path for huge changes in people's health. So I have personally put together a whole bunch of resources for anyone who's willing to step out of the box and try this technology so that they are able to access courses about how to heal your gut, how to get into exercise, how to reduce inflammation in the body. And this is available to any of the people within our community. That's the Team Feel Good community. So any of the people who are using this new technology that I'm about to tell you about, and any brand partners, that's the people who are independent distributors, any of their regular customers can access all this information for free. So it's an added benefit to using a technology, and this is what it looks like. Have you been patched yet? It's a little sticker that you place upon your skin, and it works by optimizing energy flow, and it can activate stem cells. This is called an X39 sticker. And the X39 works by when you apply it to your skin, it reflects back a bit of your light. So we put out infrared light, and you see a picture here of that. And this, in a very specific manner, reflects back that light It gives no medication. And as a functional medicine doctor, that makes me feel really good. There's no medication going out. It just gives a light signal, and it's the light signal that causes a change. It causes you to increase a copper peptide in the body. And this copper peptide, when it goes up, this is the copper peptide GHKCU, it changes expression of around 30% of the human genome to a younger state. So basically, it turns on the good genes. It makes your body start to express as though it were younger. And this is really cool because this is how we can start to change lives. And so when I'm not feeling good, you see there's a line of patches, but the X39, that's really the main one. But if I'm not feeling well, I am reaching for a phototherapy patch instead of a Tylenol. Now that we understand, Tylenol, ibuprofen, pain medication, and symptom reducers, they can affect more than just reducing the symptoms. They can actually have negative effects. And so I want to avoid the negative effects of medication if possible and try and use the new way, and that is using light to help feel better. So here's this is a picture for people who are wondering, could this really work? And this is to show you that there is a dramatic effect on mammals, right? The horse didn't know he had a patch on him, but we see a huge change in his coat and a big change in the thermography reading of this horsey. So he is a cooler horse. This horse feels better. And there also is one of these patches is specifically for horses. So the X39 is a huge breakthrough because people using the X39 over time, because we're doing inside out healing, it's not necessarily an instant thing. So you might put it on today. Things are changing in the body as you increase that peptide. It may take a while. That's why you have to track when you use the X39. But we see at the activation of younger genes, a reduction in pain, improved performance, better sleep, better healing, fewer wrinkles, which is kind of nice too. So the way that you wear it is 12 hours on, 12 hours off. So I wear it during the day. And you put a fresh patch on each day. And that is how we get rejuvenation. Hydration is critical for people to have best results. And so a few pictures, because a picture is worth 1,000 words. This is a woman who was using the X39 patch over a year. And you see just, she looks younger. She just looks younger. Less lines around the mouth, lines around the eyes, less wrinkles around the eyes, and her those dark circles are also gone. So really interesting. And this is another one I love to show because this is a woman with a full arm bruise after having an angiogram where they put a big catheter in her wrist. And you see this clearing out over 5 days. The doctor said it'd take 3 to 4 weeks to go away. That's quite incredible. Here's someone who had an abdominal incision, and you see it was performed in 2017, and this is a year later. You see that scar is still prominent. You see all the little staple marks, and this is a year later after they had worn the X39 for a couple of months. So the X39 increases a copper peptide that's been used in dermatology for a decade, injected into the skin, but you cannot take it as a supplement. That's why increasing that copper peptide can be done systemically by adding the X39. And it is exciting to see people feeling so much better. And also when it shows in their face, it shows in the glow. It can show in other ways when you turn on younger genes. And that's why we suggest people take before and after pictures. It's very important. Tracking their pain, track their sleep, track their energy, and any other symptoms they're having. So this is really an exciting, not just healing modality. It is also a lovely community-based business that we are trying to share with more people because it's super fun and people feel better. You don't have to buy a bunch of product. You use the product and the company gives you all the tools you need. For instance, a website. They give you a replicated website. and a video to share so that you can tell people about it. And then these presentations, people can invite folks to live presentations to hear more about how it works and ask questions. Um, if you're a practitioner, I would love to speak specifically to you because this is such a dramatic benefit to your patients. It also helps people get better faster. It can improve referrals. And the other benefit is that if you're not a functional medicine person and are interested in functional medicine, all of my resources I have opened up to anybody who wants to share the patches so that we can get people feeling better faster. Basically, that's the goal. See how we can help people. And when, I do not think it is an exaggeration to say that joy, energy, growth, security, community, and contribution comes when you share these patches. So there's so much benefit to being part of a community that's positive and trying to help people heal. And we are looking for people to be part of that community too. How do you get the patches? Okay, if you were to pay retail price, it's $5 a day to activate those stem cells, increase copper peptide. I never suggest someone pay the $5 a day. A wholesale price is $3.33. And you can have that price, the same price as mine, if you are a preferred customer or a preferred plus customer. Preferred plus customers get the advantage of samples. And then, of course, as a distributor, you get the wholesale price. We call distributors brand partners. And anybody who's on a regular monthly subscription gets access to my courses, classes, and can sideline me and say, hey, what do you think about this, Dr. Goggin? So I want to be helpful and help you heal quickly and feel your very best. So that's the overview of LifeWave and our resources we have available for people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say bye to our streamers. I'm going to stop that and then take